Top of the morning to you, and we're back again. Having a little break from my Halloween drawing icon set. I'd like to introduce you guys a concept that will not only improve your drawing but also your shading and understanding any type of form you wish to draw or render. So here we have some kind of gladiatorial helmet icon that I drew up. And yes, it's a 2D flat icon, but it has lines, as you can see. I've done my white line trick to give it form. So wherever I think this helmet has form, the lines have followed. Like down here, you can see they curve around the curvature of the helmet, which would be which would be circular in which would be circular. Same with, say, the horns would, you'd have a vertical line down here. Now, obviously, this is because we have shading coming from here, and it's kind of clipping the kind of, I've given it the more white here, the highlights here, 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 and there'd probably be a little bit of light clicking on these, etc. Now I've done it very, the shading very quickly. It's not meant to be super realistic anyway. But to show you the form itself, so if we hide this drawing and we bring this in, you can see what I've done. Now normally I would never kind of do this, but to illustrate the concept of trying to view a 2D object in 3 dimensions, or give it the illusion that it's 3 dimensions, I've drawn this kind of brief grid. Now you could make these grids very complex if you wanted to. You could have loads of lines vertically and horizontally, but I've just done enough, I think, just to show you the form of the object, or how you should try and see the object. Let's bring the object back in, and here we have it. So, if we look at this line here, it bobbles where this kind of groove comes out again here, because it's protruding from the actual helmet's circle, and then there's the helmet circle again. This would protrude, then you can kind of see there's an inverted curvature here, and then this would protrude again, and you have something similar here. With each kind of protrusion from the structure, it would come outwards. Now this is done quite quickly, so don't expect it to be physics perfect or anything. And again, here we would have on horizontal, we'd have our curvature for the circles, the helmet circle. It would go up and around, and then it would curve in a bit, and then up and out, and then curve around. So that's all I did. It's fairly quick and basic. And same with one of the horns. You'd have, here's the line, but it would curve in like this. I could have made that actually here with making that a bit more black. I'll do that now just to show you what I'm kind of talking about. So I'll just do it very quickly with the pen tool. So what I mean would be something like this. So that would give you a bit more. You can see this doesn't have that jag, that near right angle there. It would be more kind of curved into the helmet's surface. It depending on the design, etc. So that's just to give you a quick, anything you kind of draw from now on, try and kind of visualize this type of grid. And it's no harm doing it a few times to kind of get the concept into your head, as it were, to wrap your head around it. What I did was, you can use pretty much any tool, but I suggest that the easiest tool would be the the brush, the vector brush tool, because you'll basically be given a stroke. So make sure you've got your color selected. Let's have, I just want to have a look. We'll try this. Yeah, so, you know, you can, again, I'm just doing this very roughly. Actually, do you know what I did? I used the pen tool, but I'm just doing this for now. Actually, you can use the pen tool. It's probably better. And then it would flow in there, come out again, and then... So it gives you a rough idea. And you should try this with, like, you know, any of your objects you can practice. And again, doesn't have to be perfect, but you can kind of see what I'm doing here. We'll just do one more here. Let's go from here, out, then it would bow in, out, and then in again. So something like this. And eventually you'll end up with a kind of a skeletal type grid, which I'm not going, which, you know, you'll get this type of effect. And you would apply this to anything. If you were drawing a tree, you could do it. If you were drawing a car, you could do it. It just really gets your mind into viewing the actual form of an object for 3D. If you're into life drawing, I would suggest doing it as well. Like, you draw your outline figure or whatever, and then you would go in and start doing circles, following circles. You can do it like in a kind of a 3D sense as well. Like, you could do it, there's a myriad of ways. If we had, let's say, an arm, and we'll get our brush tool again, you could do it. Now this is going to be wobbly, but you could do it kind of like, even you could do it in a three-dimensional sense. Ugh, that's terrible. But you can see there's your forearm. You know, you can, there would be the forearm, but it's in three-dimensional, so you've got an ellipse going on here, something like that. So that would be for your anatomy. It's very good for you know, looking at musculature and stuff, because then if you had a muscly arm, then this would probably start bowing out on the particular muscle. So you do something like this, and then it would kind of come in. That's just a very basic example. So that's a concept I just wanted to show you guys. Very rough and ready. Definitely practice. Do it a few times, and then your brain will just attune to it, and you'll start seeing these lines in the form, so you won't have to do this. Another one here I did specifically was, if you notice that the way that these lines on the nose piece kind of go out a bit, and then it straightens because it's right in front of you, like it's your vision. It would appear somewhat straight, and then as it moves down in perspective slightly, it would bow out. You can, to simulate perspective as well. And that would be kind of, yeah, I mean, this type of effect, I'm just going to convert that to convert. It would be, it would be something like, let's see, this. So it would be, that would be straight. Again, I'm only just, you know, I'm not doing it properly. I'm just, get rid of that. Ugh, it's buckety, but you get the idea that these lines would be kind of lines of perspective, if you will. And as the object is straight onto like this, your line of vision, it would appear kind of straight, and then as it moved the lines or your vision, you know, as your vision would move down, the object would kind of appear to be in perspective, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that looks like an oil drum now, but yeah, I mean, for all intents and purposes, again, your lines would be they would be, oops, what the hell, would be straight, and they would get smaller as we get further away. So you have that kind of a grid there. Anyway, yeah, so that's it for now. If you have any questions or comments, drop me a line. If you'd like to see a tutorial on how I did this helmet, drop me a comment, and I'll do one up. But if you don't leave a comment, I won't know that you want it done. So anyway, thanks for checking this out. If you'd like to see more of this, you can subscribe. And yeah, take care.